So Keith, I have to tell you, it's the beginning of October and the weather is amazingly warm.
It's really nice, isn't it?
It is. I love Indian summers.
I do too, and I like all the flowers that Indian summer brings. Looks like you brought a bunch of them here for us today.
I did. I just showed everybody and talked about planting fall bulbs, but the best part about fall is all of the great rich fall colors that they can plant in the gardens to liven them back up and freshen them up. And so I brought some of my favorites, the ones that everyone's asking for.
You bet.
Probably the one that we sell the most of this time of year is like Russian sage.
Well, yeah, and they've got some new varieties out there. You get some of the dwarfer types now that don't get so big and floppy like they do in the landscape, like they used to at least.
Well, and of course, fall means fall mums.
And they're beautiful too. I love the one with the yellow center in there because you can put that with yellow pansies and a lot of other things. And I know in my own yard right now, my front planters and pots are looking really tired and overgrown and kind of scraggly. And so I'm pulling things out like petunias and geraniums and that sort of thing that don't look so hot anymore. And you can just plop these guys right down inside those pots and really give your pots a whole new look for the fall season.
Well, and in the pots, you don't have to add just the fall colors. You can do things like adding a pumpkin or a gourd to set it inside the pot to add some additional character and color for the fall season. But even things like cabbage and kale, the textures and the colors of these just really add some dramatic contrast to the pots.
And these get even better looking as it gets colder and the days get shorter. They get bigger, the colors get more intense. Well, in addition to what you did with the planting bulbs, I always like to take pansies and plant them right on top of the bulb beds because number one, that reminds me I need to water that area in the fall and the winter for both the pansies and the bulbs because the bulbs root out right away. And to get good flowers in the spring, you need to have that water all.
Winter waters, 12 inches of snow to equal 1 inch of rain.
That's exactly right. And so with those pansies there, that reminds you to do it. You get some nice fall color on top of that. And then in the spring, the pansies come out and they bloom like crazy and the bulbs come right up through. And it's a fantastic combination.
I think it's the best way to start off the spring season. When you're itching for that color, it's the best way to do it.
Well, and you know what I recommend? In my own backyard, I'm moving more and more toward a late summer fall garden where you have all of these. The weather is like this. You can sit out in the evenings and enjoy it, maybe with a little fire pit. And what I do in the fall and in the late summer is I walk through my backyard and I find out where the holes are, where there's no color, where I need some color. And I find the colors I like, the sage, the mums, the asters, that sort of thing, put them in there. And then they're there for the next year and the year after that and the year after that. And if you do that for a few years in a row, you've got a really nice late summer fall garden.